Today on Set Free, the staff asked me to talk to you about a book that we sell. We sell several books. We're not a bookstore, but we have books that tell about human trafficking or about different risk issues that we cover. And one of the books we carry is a book by my husband, Dr. Phil McDonald, that is called Int'l, Adventures of a Family's Global Life. The reason we carry it is there's 2 chapters in here on the birth and growth of war. And in addition to that, we get asked constantly, the number one question that Phil and I get asked is, how do we do what we do? After 38 years in international work and humanitarian work around the world, including the United States of America, we often get asked to describe how we do what we do. And my husband is a published academic author, but rather than write one more boring book on how to do it, he wrote a memoir, but in it he included 90 stories over 30 years with 60 principles of how to do what we do. We set out to change the world, and the world changed us. So in this book, there are chapters about how we ran with our kids through riots and some of the scary things we experienced. And somehow we managed to fool our kids into thinking it was the greatest life ever. And then you can look at some other principles that one of them is principle number 3, called took their money with them. Impoverished people entirely dependent upon outside funds are at enormous risk. If outside funds dry up, they are left destitute. One of the hallmarks of Women at Risk International is that we want to start our partnerships with one of their people on the ground in charge from day one, so they have skin in the game and they are not destitute. They're not dependent on us for everything. You know, a ship is safest in harbor, but that is not what ships are made for. And so when you sail the seas of entrepreneurship, Phil and I never set out to be entrepreneurs or serial entrepreneurs, but over the years we have started literally dozens of nonprofits and businesses all over the world. But principle number 23 is called take a chill pill. As Western foreigners living in a politically unstable country, the rule is parents need to remain calm and go with the flow, because as the parents go, so go the children. And I share that with you because I would say under COVID, it's the same principle. If you freak out, your children freak out. If you're calm, they're calm. Very important principle in life, in any crisis situation. Principle 34 is called eat humble pie. The road to international success depends on humility, cultural sensitivity, and strong interpersonal relationships. Humble yourself. Learn to take advice, admit cultural mistakes right away, and ask forgiveness. I could tell you about funny and poignant stories of when Phil and I have made mistakes. In fact, one of them is in here where he made a mistake with me in a culture where you never leave your woman standing alone in a public place and a riot formed. Principle 46, strike while the iron's hot. Progressive improvement is better than delayed perfection. 50% of something is better than 100% of nothing. When a good opportunity presents itself, commit to it and make it happen. You know, I love to say here at WAR that if you shoot for nothing, you will hit it every time. And so shoot for the moon and sail into those stormy seas. And if you do that with a plan ahead of you, sure, the risks are there, but they will be infinitely worth it if you can navigate those storms with a plan and with a lighthearted attitude. This is a story of lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. So from our house to yours, this means war.